Hi everyone, welcome back to Sunflower Cottage Crochet. This is Sarah, and this tutorial is for the Solomon's Grid stitch, which I use to make my scarf. So to work this, you need to have a multiple of 4 plus 3, and that has to end in an odd number. And you know, when I read the instructions for this stitch, I was like, well, it's gonna end in an odd number when you do that, but whatever. So a multiple of 4 plus 3. So this requires some knowledge of the Solomon's knot, but I'm going to show you how to do that anyway. So counting up 4 at a time, whoops, 8, 12. So I'm doing 16 plus 3. All right, so I have 17 chains here. If you want to follow along, just do 17 and you'll be golden. So to get started right away, we need to make a Solomon's knot. And first thing I want to tell you is this right here, this last chain that we normally don't count for anything is going to get kind of smashed. And you need to know that because you have to count it when you're counting stitches back along this chain. So don't lose sight of it. So to make a Solomon's knot, you pull up a long loop, typically as if you're doing a chain of 3 or 4, right around in there. And then you need to sort of hold things in place. Then you're going to grab the yarn and pull through the top of that loop. Now, I recommend holding that in place as best as you can. But you need to leave a space for yourself because you're going to work behind this single strand here and work a single crochet. And that is a Solomon's knot. Now some Solomon's knot patterns require you to make 2, so you'll just pull up again, yarn over and pull through the top. And then before it closes on you, like mine just tried to do, try to finagle your fingers so you're holding it in place. And then go underneath that single strand and pull up a loop and finish off a single crochet. All right, so I'm going to undo all that and do it again off the chain. So just like we finished chaining up our 17, hold that chain here and extend your loop on your hook. Then yarn over, and I recommend grabbing that strand and pull through. And then go in underneath that strand that you just had and pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. And that makes a knot. One last time. As if we just finished making our chain, I'm going to pull up a long loop, and I'm going to yarn over and pull through the very top of it. And sliding my finger up to keep that up here, I am then going to go underneath the single strand and pull up a loop. And then I'm going to yarn over and pull through both of those loops. Now you gotta hold this yarn in many places. So just go slow, okay? So we have our first Solomon's knot for the Solomon grid. Now we need to skip 6 stitches. And remember this one here, I told you we need to count for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we need to go into the 7th one. And I'm going to come over and get this back hump. And we're going to do a double crochet right there. All right, so what that has done is actually created something interesting. The chain up 3, which will count as our first double crochet, so the edge, then we skipped 3 and we made a double crochet. But in order to make it work for that, we had to make a Solomon's knot at the end and skip a whole mess of stitches. That's the only time you're going to have to worry about that. So now we need to make another Solomon's knot. So we're going to pull up yarn over and pull through that loop, keeping it long. Then we're going to go under that single strand, yarn over and pull up a loop, and complete a single crochet by yarning over and pulling through 2 loops on the hook. And then we're going to skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th one we're going to work a double crochet. And so here's what it's starting to look like. Oh, I cut that. So we have our starting chain 3, our skip 3, and the Solomon's knot over top, a double crochet, a Solomon's knot, we skipped our 3, and we made another double crochet. So to continue on, we're going to pull up again, a long loop, yarn over, pull through that loop, and then go under the strand, single strand, and pull up a loop and work a single, just like that. And then we're going to skip 3 and then go into the 4th stitch with a double crochet. Now we have 4 stitches left, so we can complete our repeat as we have been. So extend your loop, yarn over and pull through, go under that single strand and pull up a loop, and then complete a single crochet. And then skip 3, and in the very last chain, put your last double crochet. So that's the foundation row for the Solomon's grid. For row 2, we need to chain 3 and turn, and that will count as our first double crochet. Then you need to extend that loop again, yarn over and pull through, and then go underneath that strand and complete a single crochet. So you need to make a Solomon's knot, and then make a double crochet on top of the double crochet from the previous row. So we are just keeping it, we're not staggering the Solomon's knots or the double crochets, we're just stacking them. All right, so make another Solomon's knot. Go over to your next double and put a double on top of that. Make another Solomon's knot. And put a double on top of the next double. And here's our chain up 3. So we need to make one more Solomon's knot. And put a double crochet on top of your chain 3. And remember, it's that one that you grew your knot out from. Okay. So there's 2 rows completed. And row 2 is the repeat for this pattern. So one more time, we're going to chain up 3. And make a Solomon's knot, double crochet in the next double crochet, make a Solomon's knot, and double crochet, let's get more yarn, in the next double crochet. Whoops. There we go. Make a Solomon's knot, and put a double crochet in the next double crochet. And we're coming up on the end to our chain 3, so we make one more Solomon's knot, and then we put a double crochet on top of the chain 3 from the previous row, which again is where that Solomon's knot is coming out of. And that's as simple as that. I know I said simple and you're probably going, ugh, Solomon's not, but they are so pretty and I love how it looks. Thank you for joining me on this tutorial. Please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. Also hit that little bell icon to be notified anytime that we upload a new video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.